Hi everyone, Brian here, the freelancing home base dad, and in this video I'm going to show to you the actual process that I use to help my clients upload articles on their WordPress account. So I do hope that this will help you as well. Just a disclaimer though that I already have the article ready for this video, so I do hope that you also have your article ready on hand as you follow through this video. Are you ready? Let's go. So in your browser, so just like what I mentioned, it's very important you already have your article ready. So this is the actual article that a content writer wrote already and prepared, a third-party contractor prepared already. So I just really want to mention this first. What are the important parts of that content that needs to be included on the actual article that will be posted publicly? Okay, so first and foremost, request your SEO content writer to be specific, to have a meta title. Meta title is the actual title that will be shown on Google search. So what do I mean by that? Let me explain that. So let's go to google.com. If we go to google.com and let's say blog. So this is the actual meta title that people searching in Google will see. So this is very important that you ask your clients or your content writer to include a meta title and make it SEO optimized. So when we say SEO optimized, the keywords should be on the meta title. All good? And by the way, for the meta title, it's good that it's just around 40 to 60 characters. Let me repeat, 40 to 60 characters. So when we say characters, it's the total number of each letters and symbols used within that specific sentence, phrase, or paragraph. So let's just say the total characters of this meta title is around, you can use a tool, just search on Google, search character counter. You can find a lot of tools there. Paste it. For example, for this meta title, it only has 44 characters. So again, the good range is 40 to 50. I would say 40 to 60. So we are good with this. Meta title is good. Also, the meta description, just like the meta title, is so important. It should include the keyword, but at the same time, I would really suggest limit it to 140 to 160 characters. So let us check if this meta description has that or hit that requirement. So right now it is at 195 characters. So definitely I will be editing this, because the key parts of a meta description is make sure to have the keywords, but also it should have a call to action. So a call to action is something that will encourage the searcher to click on your blog or click on your link. So let's just say on Google. So let's just say blog. So what is the meta description? How does it look like? So these are the meta descriptions. These are the meta descriptions. So let's check if how many characters are this. So it's around 143. So just like what I mentioned, 140 to 150 characters is the great range, is the best range, so that all of the text are displayed. So for example, for this one, this is how it looks like. If it will go beyond 150, it will have that 3 dots. So it will not show the other text that you've included on that meta description. So the good range is again 140 to 150. So definitely I will be editing this meta description later on. Later on our WordPress website, there are also SEO plugins, just like Yoast, usually WordPress users use to determine if it is well optimized. So later on I will show it to you on the WordPress dashboard. But for now, this is very important. Of course, keywords, I've been mentioning this. The keyword is the keywords that you want your blog, generally your website, to rank or to be searched by searchers or Google searchers. Slug, what are slugs? So I just want to show you what a slug is. So let's just say, let's go back to this blog. And let's go to this actual blog. Okay, when you go to this actual blog, the slug is this part. Why is this important? A slug is an SEO factor. So let's just say if your keyword is here, then Google will prioritize you on top of the search engine because it's in your slug. The keyword is in your slug. Okay, so you don't have to overthink about this. As long as your keywords is in your slug, then you are good. So for example, Rocky Petal Cigars. So it's in the meta title. We've got to edit the meta description, and then the slug is also good. So once I see this, and a good word count is at least 1,000 word article. Okay, that's a good word count as well. So with that, another requirement is that make sure that your blog image is prepared. So what does a blog image looks like? So this is also from a third-party contractor. Make sure that this is ready, and you have to download this, preferably landscape and PNG version. And you could also use other tools if it is too high. If the file is too high, sometimes WordPress don't allow it to be uploaded on the WordPress website, or it slows down the loading time of your blog. So make sure that you use tools like Tiny JPG. Search that on Google. It can compress that specific file. So let's do this. You just have to drag it here. So again, from 259, it's now down to 75.5, but the quality of the image is still the same. Actually, this is one of the offer that I do as well. I can optimize your blogs, especially if it uses images that are too high. I can even optimize those images and re-upload it. So that's also a factor. So just try to imagine 71%. A blog post could definitely load faster. Imagine 71%. So I just have to download this. Once I download it, it will be here. There you go. So this is the next file. See, it's legit. 250 parts. I will delete this one already, and I will just prepare this. I'm gonna be using this later on, uploading the article. Okay, article is ready to be uploaded. Our image is already ready as well. So now it's time to upload this on the client's website. So how do I do this? Technically, this article, by the way, is already SEO optimized because we paid for an SEO content writer to do this. So you don't need to double the work because you've paid for it as well. So all you need to do, make sure, is to deploy it correctly on the website, considering all the other SEO factors. I assume that you already have your website. Usually you have to go to the client's website. This is the client's website. And there are a lot of ways that you could do to log into your client's website or to your website. It's either WP admin, like that. It could also be WP-login. It could also work, but for this specific client, we are using admin login. Okay, so I have this specific login as well. I'll log into it. So right now, this is how the back end looks like on WordPress. This WordPress is already updated. So all you have to do is go to posts, all posts. Then once you are already there, you can see all the articles that you've uploaded. Or now we are going to go to add new post. I always do is I press control on my keyboard. I'm using Windows, by the way. And then click add post, add new post, so that it will open into a new tab. I can still have this main post dashboard opened. Add new post. This is the new WordPress platform. So you have to add the title here, add the content here. Okay, so do that. Go to your article. This is the title. Copy it, put it here, and then copy the content as well. Just copy and then just paste it there. I Control V. There you go. It's already there. So the next thing that I usually do here is that from top to bottom, I'll check those parts that have hyperlinks. Well, the good thing, I'm also using Grammarly, by the way, to correct any punctuation marks error. Just like that, I'll browse through it if there are any punctuation marks error there. But mainly as I browse through it, I make sure that all the links are opened into a new tab. How are we going to do that? Just click on it, click this pencil icon, then open new tab. So the importance of this is that Google prioritizes or check if what is the session time. Session time means how many minutes does a user stay on a specific web page. So if you will not set this, for example, for this blog, there are also links here. Let's see if the links opens into a new tab. So there you go, it opens into a new tab. But if this is not set to open into a new tab, and for example, this just loaded, it just loaded like that, you open that article, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you click this, and just try to imagine it didn't open into a new tab. So the session time for this specific blog page is not long because you are moved to this new page already. Are you getting it? So session time is very important, is one of the factors that Google consider if users are really staying long on a specific page. So it's better to let it open into a new tab. Okay, so you're hitting two birds in one stone. Your session time, the user session time is long here. The user session time on another page that was opened on a new tab is also increasing, so it impacts SEO as well. So going back to your article, so browse through it, open this into a new tab, just like that. Also this one, open into a new tab. See if there are other links. There you go, almost done. There you go, browse through it, all good. So once you are done with that, the next step that we are going to do is to make sure that the headings are set properly. So headings are also SEO factors. If your articles are using the correct headings or subheadings, then it could also make an impact in the SEO aspect. So mainly, we make sure that the other subheadings are set to H2. Then if there are subheadings under this, so let's just say you're going to put another pointer or subheadings, you need to make sure that it is set to H3. Actually, let me show that to you. So make sure that the main subheadings are set to H2. Actually, we have an example here, just like this one. This one is set to H3. Okay, H3, H3, and H3. So again, that's an example of it. So the content writer, the SEO content writer really knows SEO because he or she set this up or optimized this article well. Okay, all good. So now we are actually done with the content. Okay, we leave this to the content writer, the content itself. We paid for it. Now we're going to deploy all the meta titles. So just like what I've mentioned, there are plugins. The most popular is Yoast SEO. This is a plugin that helps a user, a WordPress user, easily deploy meta titles, meta descriptions, and other SEO aspects that needs to be deployed on your website. So focus key phrase. Go back to your article again. You have that ready. Focus key phrase is the focus keywords. Just one. Okay, copy. This is just for reference. Reference that the content writer used are added within this content body. So the keywords, again, copy this, mainly because I think this is what the content writer used on the meta title, meta description, and slug. So go back to your article, put it on the focus key phrase. There you go. So you will see the icon change from red to orange. So our goal is to make it green, or the icon here should be a smiling face. It means that your article is SEO optimized and the readability of your article as well is in good status. So let's add first the meta title or the SEO title. This is the SEO title. Copy it. We're going to paste it here. Just delete this one. There you go. And then we need to add the slug. So where is our slug? This one. Copy and then paste it here. Now, meta description. This is the meta description. So this is where I mentioned that the good thing with this tool is that it could detect if your meta description is too long or too short. So paste it here. If it is too long, you will see that it is already in orange. So our goal is to make it green, just like this one. It has green bar. So how are we going to do that? As long as we have the keyword there, we can edit it. Rocky Patel Cigars offer an apparel mix of quality and satisfying body and taste, making them award-winning fanfare. Let's get more about. Let's try. It's still too long. So if you're gonna remove that, this is an example. It should be green. You can just put read more here. There you go. We're now good with this. Now, again, our goal is to make the label here green, or the icon here green. So by the way, before we do that, you just go to the post section. Make sure to add first the image. Okay, set featured image. Remember the image that I've requested you to prepare beforehand. So you just have to drag it over here. It will be uploaded. Wait for a while. Then usually what I do is just copy this section, paste it here. Again, make sure that the keywords is in there, or the keyword is in there. Set featured image, and there you go. After that, since you are already on this tab already, make sure that the categories is set to blog. Again, just like what I mentioned, just by doing that, look at this. It's already in green. We are good with that. But for reference as well, I just want to show you this. If you want to really perfect it, you can go through this list of problems that you want to resolve. You don't have to perfect this. As long as, for me personally, as long as it is green, it is good. Okay, but you can apply this as well if you want to make it perfect. Now we are going to work on the readability of this. SEO wise, we are already good, but we want to make sure that when people read your blog, it's easily understood, it's pleasing to their eyes as well as they read it. That's why it's called a readability check. So when you go to the readability tab here, you can check what are the errors that's causing it. So again, our goal for SEO is green, and for the readability, at least make it orange. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Usually it's because of the sentence length. So when you click this, here's the good thing. When you click this icon here, it will now highlight those parts of the article that has that specific error. For example, when we check passive voice, we can check those sections that have that error. Okay, so again, our goal is just orange, so let's just pursue that. These are the articles or the sections that has so long articles, so we can split it. So let's try it. I'm doing this in real time. His creations consider rank most of the world smokes. It makes, there you go, the highlight is gone, so it means it's okay. There you go, this one is fixed. Again, you can monitor it here as well if it is already orange. Like many cigar makers born into the, have you heard? And then as you do that, you can also check at the bottom how many percentage, how many more. So the target is 25%, so around 8.3% more. We need to edit it more to reach that certain percentage. It is laying the groundwork for the brand we know. Continues, combine this with handling the data. There you go. Again, I'm doing this real time. Already good. Now, there you go. It's already orange. So that's our target. If we can make it green, much better. It's a better opportunity to highlight your skill, to optimize the readability for your client. Once we are done with this, just double check if it is all good. SEO is the priority because you're creating an SEO optimized content. Readability as well. So with that, we are good to go. So make sure if you are authorized to be displayed as the author, then good, but make sure that you change this based on who is the writer. So just like what I mentioned, you can check on the post. That's why I ask you to keep this open so that you could check who are the authors. So actually this one I need to edit this because I am written as the author. And the good thing, you can also quickly change that. It should be R&R Cigars. This is the company. I'll be doing this later on. There you go. It's all set to R&R Cigars. So this one should be set to RR cigars. Okay, so far so good. Now we are at the point that we are going to publish this article. If you want to publish it right away, just keep this as immediately. But if you want to publish it in the future or backdate it, so for example, for this article, the client requested for it to be backdated. So with that, I need to backdate it June 11, 2024. Set the time. Usually set it at 9 a.m. So why is this so important? To make sure that it is backdated or future dated. For backdating, it's very important, especially if you want to catch up for some contents, if you have backlogs of content to catch up for your clients. But again, for future scheduling as well, it is very important so that you could prepare the articles and write the articles in advance for the client. So now once you are done with that, you're ready to upload the article. You just need to publish it like this. So once it is published, it should be shown here. There you go. You can view the post. There you go, it's loading. So this is very important. Double check. The final part is double check if it is well optimized. Again, double check the links if it is opening to a new tab, just like this. There you go, it's opening to a new tab. These are just final checking if it is really opening to a new tab. There you go, it's all good. Then usually that's it. The last thing that you should do is to send this link. Take note of this link. This will be the blog article link. So with that, I hope that this tutorial helped you easily navigate latest WordPress platform, and I do hope that you've gained insights from this actual demo on how to somehow create an SEO optimized article and be able to upload it correctly and wisely on your WordPress account. So what is the next step towards this? Share that link, that blog link, across all the social media platforms that you have, so that it could drive more traffic or social signals to that blog post, preferably during the first 1 to 3 days once you upload your article, so that it will help rank your blog post on Google search. I hope this video helped you well. Please hit that like button and share this video to someone who is still wondering how to easily navigate WordPress and post a blog article on WordPress. Have a great day, everyone.